Your beauty is something you should treat like a project, because you are the first person that will reap the rewards, the benefits, the compliments, in fact, the privileges that will come from all that investment that you have made into yourself. And take it from me, I started my journey 4 years ago, and I'm over here now telling you guys that on this side of your glow up journey, it is much better here. Trust me, it is. Today's video is grouped into 3 different parts, and that is part 1. We are going to talk about a few beauty tips that I have for you today. We are also going to examine how to take care of your lips. Yes, I've been reading through the comment section, and you guys have been saying, Eniela, we need you to talk about how to get rid of dark lips, how to improve the pigmentation of the lips, how to make your lips super soft. We are going to cover that in today's video. And part 3, we are also going to cover my famous hand care routine. Everybody has been jumping up on my backside and asking me, Eniela, we need you to talk about your hand care routine, because some of us have been really taking care of our body, our face, and all of that, but our hands are still uneven. We still have dark knuckles, and we need to fix the overall softness and the pigmentation of our hands. So yeah, that is what we are going to be covering in today's video. If you guys notice that my voice is a bit croggy and all of that, it is because I have a little bit of cold. I don't know what happened. I've not had cold in years, but this one is just okay, so don't say anything about the voice in the comment section. All right, so part 1, we're going to be talking about a few beauty tips that I have for you guys today. Now, I must say that if you're not going to be disciplined with your maintenance routine, since you're always going to be ranked to the least in this society, I have to see, let's call a spade a spade. People are going to treat you first based on your outward appearance before you even open your mouth to say, hi, hello, Linda is my name, before they even get to know your personality. People are going to take you first on face value. It is how you are dressed that you will be addressed. So if you're the kind of person that you like to slack off, sometimes you're this, other times you're just blare and all of that, trust me, you're not even ready for your glow up journey. You have to get to the point in your glow up journey where you have to be disciplined with your maintenance routines, and you have to take everything seriously. You can't afford to skip a whole week of not pouring back into yourself, of not washing your hair, for example, of not taking care of your skin, of not practicing your body care or your face care routines. So as a rule of thumb, number 1, you have to make sure that you are disciplined with your maintenance routine. Number 2, you need to have a full spreadsheet of different kinds of skincare routines. Yes, and the reason why I said that is this. There are days when you need to have an exfoliating skincare routine. There are days when you need to have a body brightening skincare routine. There are days when you need to have just a daily hydrating skincare routine. And there are days when you need to go all out and even book yourself for a very intensive spa session. There are days when you need to have all these things all within a single month. Very, very important. But if you're still the kind of person that you've not been able to group your routines into different classes, meaning on Wednesdays is when you tend to do your exfoliating routines, when you take care of your face, you use your BHA exfoliant on your skin to get rid of the hyperpigmentation, to get rid of the excess dead skin cells, you are just still starting. You need to make sure that you have selected days in the month. Maybe you're the kind of person that, oh, I don't want to exfoliate my skin twice in a week because my skin is dry and I want to take it easy with the exfoliation. So you exfoliate your skin once in a week on a Friday. Maybe you're also the kind of person that you appreciate that daily hydrating, pampering kind of routine. You need to make sure that 5 to 7 times in a week, you're always taking care of your skin by using hydrating, daily, gentle products on your skin. Some people still don't know the kind of wig styles that look good on them, and that is why I am bringing back this point under the beauty tip category. You have to experiment with all these facial filters that are on TikTok, and I'm going to insert a couple to know what the shape of your head is, what the shape of your face is, so you can know the kind of wigs, the kind of hairstyles that look good on you. Now, you also need to know, are you the kind of person that you find it easy to just slap on a simple closure wig like the one I have on and go about your day minding your business and then just wash your hair once in 2 weeks? That is the kind of maintenance routine that I follow with my hair. Very simple, straight to the point. I oil it in between the week and I keep it covered in my bonnet. You need to also know if you are the kind of person that you just naturally prefer braids or dreads or all these woven hairstyles on your head. If you're the kind of person that you don't really appreciate the wig nature, the wig style, all the efforts that takes into installing a closure, a frontal and all of that, you can definitely opt for something that is along the line of maybe dreads, natural braids that you can wash even though you have it on your scalp, and then you can, instead of using all these synthetic extensions for your braids, start using all these human hair blade extensions for your braids, so they can have a very natural looking feel to it and you can carry it for a long period of time. Very important. But if you're a woman, your hair does not get to look untidy. You always have to make sure that your hair looks well kept, well managed, tidy, organized. If it is braid, keep it as braid. Don't carry overdue braids with all your undergrowth showing, everything is looking dirty. You have all these hair follicles and atopic dermatitis all over on your scalp that people can see, and you're not even taking time to wash the braid or to even book yourself for simple washing, conditioning appointments at the salon. That is a no-no. Alright, the last tip under this category is to please make sure you are managing your weight. Make sure that you are managing your weight. Now, I'm not a fan of people jumping on the scale and saying, oh, I've added 5 kg or I've lost 4 kg. The only way to manage your weight is to always compare it with the healthy body mass index spectrum. So take, for example, if you're a woman, I'm 5'2", for example, and I know my age and I know my weight. So if I put that weight on the body mass index spectrum, I need to make sure that that weight is the healthy spectrum for my weight, is the healthy spectrum for my age, and it is the healthy spectrum for my height. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. You don't want to compare yourself to somebody else who has a different body type to you, who is taller than you and who has bigger bones than you, and you're saying, oh, you're too fat or you're too heavy or you're too skinny. No, you want to make sure that you're comparing yourself to the natural healthy body mass index when it comes to your weight. If you see that you are above that spectrum, then you need to lose weight. However, if you see that you are below that spectrum, or you're on the lowest part of the scale of that spectrum, then that means you also need to add more weight and you need to work on your diet. All right, let's jump straight into important notes that I have for you guys under the lip care and the hand care category. Meaning, I'm going to demonstrate how you're going to take care of your hands, but you need to know all these points that I have for you guys today. Number 1, dry, dehydrated hands will always look uneven. If your lips are always dry and dehydrated, the pigmentation is always going to look bad. It will be darker than usual and your hands will also be uneven. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: if your skin is always lacking in moisture, and I mean the natural moisture that your skin should keep on the lips and should keep on your hands will always look dehydrated, the pigmentation will always be uneven, and of course even the texture will be harder than usual. Now, if you continue with prolonged or consistent dehydration on your lips and on your hands, that is when people tend to have things like, oh, my lips is darker than usual, or I have dark knuckles and all of that. Now, I'm not saying that that is the sole reason why you have these two issues. I'm saying that if you at least take care of this reason, maybe you'll be able to at least get closer to fixing it once and for all. If you're the kind of person that you're trying to fix pigmentation issues on your lips and on your hands, you need to make sure that you're constantly taking your hyaluronic acid serums all over your lips. If you're using your face cream, use it all over your lips, because guess what? The skin here is also a skin that you are supposed to protect. And that takes me into the next note, or into the very important point that I have under this category, which is that as you're using sunscreen on your face, make sure you're using sunscreen on your lips. Now let me just say that, yes, oh Eniola, are you saying that we should use sunscreen on our lips? What if I swallow it, and what if the chemicals in the sunscreen is not something that should be consumed? I understand what you're saying. That is why you're going to get yourself a sunscreen lip balm that looks like this. This is a sunscreen lip balm that looks like this. It is an SPF infused lip balm that you can apply on your lips regularly to protect your lips from harmful sun exposure. Then we want to make your lips darker than usual. Now, if you're the kind of person that you're currently using a lightening, a super brightening, a bleaching, a whitening product, your skin is going to be uneven, and the areas that will suffer this the most will be the joint areas on your body. Those are the areas that tend to move regularly, and because they tend to move regularly, products don't tend to stay there for a long period of time. So if you cream your body, for example, like all these normal parts of your skin here, the concoction of the body lotion and the active ingredients in the body lotion can easily penetrate. But you see, even in the current conversation that I'm having with you guys, I've been gesticulating with my hands and I've been moving my joints quite a lot of times. So because of that, body lotion does not tend to stay on that area, and that is why I would really advise that if you're using a whitening bleaching product, please discontinue, because it is those areas that will tend to suffer the uneven pigmentation that you're starting to notice. And I just think you need to know all these points that I've mentioned before we start jumping into all the routines that I have for you when it comes to your lips and of course your hands. Whenever you need to wash your hands, never ever go to using a detergent or using something that is very, very harsh, like all these concentrated bar soaps, to wash your hands, because when you wash your hands with concentrated bar soaps and detergents tend to dehydrate the hands and remove and suck out all the moisture that your hands need to have. So as a rule of thumb in this hand care routine, if you need to wash your hands, always use my God, conditioning hand wash like this particular one. This is a skin conditioning hand wash that will not dehydrate your hands and that will not leave your hands depleted of moisture and all of that. So now that I've washed my hands, I've done that, my hands are still very, very dry, I've washed my hands. The next thing is this: when you're exfoliating, exfoliate mildly with a body polish. I would encourage exfoliating with a body polish instead of using a body scrub. It's just a rule of thumb you get. In fact, if you go to all these eyebrow manicure salons, they always exfoliate with simple cashmere kind of like infused moisturizing body polishes. They use that to exfoliate the hands and the cuticles properly, because they don't want to further dehydrate the moisture that your hands should have. If you have body butters, please make sure you're using your body butters also after your body lotion. But this is where the practical starts. When you use your body lotion, and I think I've demonstrated this before, this is just a simple hand lotion that I have over here. Now, if you are really considering fixing the pigmentation on your hands, I would encourage you to get a very moisturizing hand lotion. In fact, buy the one that is for dry hands. I would encourage you to buy the body lotion or the hand lotion that is for dry hands. And we have the one from Eucerin. There is one also from Vaseline. You can get either of those two. I've already applied a little bit in my palms right here. What some people do is they just rub and then they just do this. No, you are trying to fix the pigmentation. What you're going to do is you're going to focus on the joint areas where the pigmentation tends to appear. You're going to focus on that area, and if you notice that the lotion is not enough, don't mince your lotion. It is for you. Make sure you take a little bit more, apply it on those areas like this, rub it, you get on the knuckle, on the joints, now into the crevices of your hands, in between the skin of your hands like this. In fact, I like to do something, because I fix my nails pretty regularly, I also use it around my cuticle area. So this is your hand, for example. These are your cuticle areas. This area where your nail starts from is where your cuticle is, and then you want to massage the lotion also into the skin around that area. Because have you ever seen people who have their nails fixed, and you can see that the skin around that area just looks very, very dry and just like parched, like it is looking thirsty and they need to just hydrate it? Trust me, you don't want to be that girl. Your hands will tend to start feeling a bit hydrated, a bit moisturized and all of that. Now, the next thing that I would personally encourage you to do is to go in with your with your sunscreen. And this one is the one from Cosrx. I just got it like I think last week. You will go in with just a little bit, should go a long way. It is just to protect the skin on your hands from aging prematurely and then getting darker. That is it. You're going to apply it on your hands. Sis, if you don't have all the issues that I've mentioned earlier, you might not need SPF, but I use SPF because I want my hands to look youthful for a long period of time. In fact, I was watching TikTok one time and I heard that Khloe Kardashian carries SPF all over. I heard that Khloe Kardashian carries SPF creams in all her cars. So when she's going out running errands, you will always see her rubbing SPF on her hands. To the point where they were asking Kylie Jenner that, oh, who has the most beautiful hands? And she was like, oh, it's definitely Khloe because she's always using sunscreen on her hands. Very, very important. And you should have your skin looking pretty much like this. Now, some people will stop here and call it a day. No, not you, because you're gonna go in with what? With a cuticle oil. Now, you can get cuticle oils from your manicure salons, from any salon of your choice, but I like to build my own concoction. So in this cuticle oil that I put inside a spare bottle, I have jojoba oil in here, I have olive oil, I have avocado oil, and I have a little bit of castor oil in here. They are very, very rich, moisturizing, hydrating body oils that you can apply even on other parts of your skin. Now, some people just use the cuticle oil on the areas where they just feel. No, you have to make sure that you are applying it on the areas where the skin of your cuticle starts from. I don't know if you guys can see, but let me just apply it so you guys can see it properly. So if you look at my hands right now, see, let me bring it closer. Do you see where the oil is starting from? This is where you need to start oiling your cuticles from. Never ever just oil this place. This is not your cuticle. Where your skin and your nail meets is where your cuticle is. Oil those areas. Oil those areas. I've heard a lot of girls send me messages and they're like, oh, how do you get away with fixing your nails regularly and they don't break? That is because occasionally, even with my nails fixed, I do oil soaking, meaning you're going to soak your hands in the cuticle oil that you have prepared. You will drop a lot into like a small basin and soak your hands there. Last thing before bed for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, if you ask me. Just soak it and just keep it in there for a while. And then you take it out, wipe the excess oil and go to bed with it. See, this is what your hands should pretty much look like. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I guess it is focusing. Do you see how moisturized and glowy and just hydrated that looks? The more you do this, the more the skin on your hands are going to start to even out, the more the dark knuckles and the pigmentation are going to start to blend out. Alright, so let's go straight into what your lip care routine should look like if you want to have supple, beautiful looking, natural flesh pink lips. And I'm going to insert some of my previous tutorials even as I explain to you. Number one, you have to make sure that you exfoliate the dead skin cells on your lips. Meaning you're going to get a soft bristled toothbrush, you're going to get your own coconut oil or shea butter or olive oil, depending on the one you have, and you're going to get granulated sugar. Sis, it is not doing something once that gets you results. No, it is doing something consistently that gets you results. So if you want to exfoliate your lips, for example, you would do it maybe once in 3 days. Every three days, you just take your toothbrush in your concoction that you have mixed with the sugar and the olive oil and just apply it all over your lips and then just dab, 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 dab. That is it. Number two, which I've seen that a lot of people don't do, but that I learned on TikTok. A lot of people don't do this, but it is very, very important. Do you know that your lips also need hyaluronic acid just like the rest of your face needs hyaluronic acid? So you're going to go in with your hyaluronic acid serum. This one here, this is the one that I've been using. This one is from Mixsoon. I really, really love this hyaluronic acid. Triple hyaluronic acid inside it. Very, very nice. It's a fan favorite, and you're going to also apply it on your lips. That is after you have exfoliated. You will apply the serum on your lips, just a little bit, 1 to 2 drops, and allow it to what? To sink into your lips. Forget about what everybody's saying. Nah, tinted lip balm, preferably the one that has a pink tint, is very, very important. This one is the one from Nivea, and I've been using it for about a few years now. I think 2 years. When I finish it, I buy another one. This is the Nivea Watermelon Tinted Lip Balm. Now, after your tinted lip balm, you're gonna go in with your what? Your SPF infused lip balm. this one is the icing on the cake. This one is the one you're going to use to protect your skin from harmful sun exposure, especially the skin on your lips. Now, as a rule of thumb, I always encourage people to just keep natural lip balms without any infusion into it, just a simple lip pomade, because the more dehydrated your lips are, remember I said that earlier, the darker the pigmentation is going to be. So you want to go in with like normal, simple, random lip balms that just look like this. This one is the Sharpet one, and my sister was the one that got me hooked on this particular lip balm. See, it is called Sharpet. You can get it for as little as like 500 naira across any pharmacy or any supermarket of your choice. Now, very important, as a rule of thumb, I always encourage people to top off everything that they use on their lips with a clear gloss. Simple gloss. You can get the absolute one. This is the squeeze and shine one. You can get different types. So today we covered a few beauty tips. Today we also covered my famous hand care routine. For those who are still wondering, my hands are still looking moisturized though. Yeah, they are. We covered hand care routines. We also covered a very beautiful, sustainable, result-oriented lip care routine. So let me know which of these 3 routines that I've mentioned is something that you're going to be practicing in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to follow me on all my socials. I'm on Instagram and I'm also on TikTok. My TikTok girlies have been seeing me a lot more often these days. So make sure you also join the fam on these 2 platforms and connect with me and engage with me also on these 2 platforms. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.